These people learn from the best. Of the Son Jesus to end something. That's why somebody knows I'm over. He's learning from the best. They're not too bright. That's how they coach. Somebody misread you or something like that. It's no mystery that something is happening for you because you're a magician. So when you're one of them, you can do anything you want. Shit, that's what they are, people. What the hell's going on? These people are getting away with things because they're one of them, they said. There you go. Oh, hang on. Now there's something else. So somebody feels that's kind of scary and somebody knows that nobody is helping you. Damn right. Why would I want devil minions help? They only slow you down, people. I'll be stuck with the collective.
Now, what did they misread?
We already know the collective outcome. Their history, it's got a couple hundred years of it. They put on your internet and all that kind of stuff. Education, you know, Emma. Had plenty of time for it because I have fibrosis. Right? That's why I talked about that, you know, perhaps all the disability people should be leaders. Once they, you know, get through what they've got through and they're still alive, you know, we have moments where we actually get better. They're still alive, you know what I mean? We did all the right steps. They should be the leaders. The ones that are your leaders now, they go do 5 years of college and then learn how to trick and bully. Terrific.
Now, what was 15?
They're meant to learn if you get into politicians how to connect and get things happening. But that's not what we see all around the world, mainly. Definitely here in Australia, hey? As they're still arguing over the same basic priorities. Just don't work like that, people. So you can imagine.
What do they say?
People make me sick. What do you reckon? When you think about it.
Did they judge on something?
You can only laugh at them.
It's 17 now, not 15. Might have clicked on it. But it was 15 when I last seen.
What is the old human history of a private reminder?
I posted this up yesterday for a little bit.
And we seem to repeat it all the time because we haven't got our
Why did I post it up for a little bit?
Of connection.
And then
and standards
I removed the post.
And sharing and using truth with all that. We don't have that. But everything else, hopefully one day we'll have to get rid of that. So don't judge this clip until you see this clip. And that's because if you do, what can happen? I was just talking about a whole bunch of propaganda. But this clip makes sense when you listen to this clip. Right? So when does some information
How do you
become
get people
correct,
to listen to this clip?
Not correct, in fact, mostly not correct for others. But sometimes
when the North Korean leader doesn't want his people to listen to him.
In fact, I would say
he doesn't want his police system to listen to it. He doesn't want his army to listen to it. How could the people get everyone to see and listen to it? You know what I mean?
So let's just have a listen to this clip. And why did I say such a thing? Now, there's only one thing that I regret when it comes to the chainsaw incident. they're still alive. You know, we have moments where we actually get better. They're still alive. You know what I mean? Get all the right steps. They should be the leaders. The ones that are your leaders now, they go do 5 years of college and then learn how to trick and bully. Terrific. They're meant to learn if you get into politicians how to connect and get things happening. But that's not what we see all around the world mainly. Definitely here in Australia, hey? As they're still arguing over the same basic priorities. Just don't work like that, people. So you can imagine. These people make me sick. What do you reckon? When you think about it. You can only laugh at them like that. I need a hero, so I don't have to do anything. I don't want to fight and I don't want to scream. I just want him to do everything. I need a hero. I'm tossing and turning at night because no one can tolerate me. So what can I do? Instead of eating your shoe, I just want to look for you. So I toss and turn and I dream of all these men. I need a man, yeah. So I don't have to do anything. I'm so crazy and I'm so wanting everything. And I make him do all what he can. 'Cause I need it now. Maybe a man can't handle all my list. So maybe he's right when he said he can't tolerate me. So I ran back to my bed and I had a little pansy feet. And I toss and I turn and I realize maybe it's a robot for me. G'day everybody. Do you really think the super rich, or even people that are just pretty rich, would do real charity? You know what I mean? What's real charity? Real charity is when they don't just give out money to give to someone else that might do something wrong with it. And they say, oh, we go charity, it's not our fault. They didn't do the right thing with the money. Or is real charity where they build the building, where they make something happen to make sure it happens? Or is the real charity where they allow people to play music? Clips are there in the background without copyrighting all the time. Because what's copyright for? To stop people from making clips with money. And they're not trying to make money off your video. No? They're just trying to make their clips better. So wouldn't that be another way of donating? Just stop being an asshole so much? You know what I mean, people? Will the rich ever step up for real? I don't think so. What do you people think? It'll only happen when shit hits the fan. Because that's what we prove. That we only change when things hit. When it comes to doing things, definitely the risk I just seen here where they brew marijuana right at the shops and people. Well, stupid idiots are going to get caught and they're not sticking up for their rights. Hopefully they'll sticking up for their rights in the background instead of just using something for profit. You're just a person that does something for profit. You don't stand or mean anything. for what you're doing, you just do it for profit. Well, you're lucky you didn't get it in the face. You know what I mean? And I don't stand up for people who don't do things the right way, as I've been there before in certain areas, and also cop punishments myself when you're in those areas if you don't stand up to your rights fairly. Even stand up to your rights fairly, we're in an unfair world. So luckily, you got it right on the head. Well, bugger, hey, dogs are like that. But I just want to circle back for a minute. Sure.
Parramatta Children's Court. How is your son feeling being arrested over a stabbing? As tributes to Sonmez continue to build here at his pizza shop, one thing remains clear. The community and his family want justice. The spotlight now on youth crime in the area.
I have been concerned, particularly across New South Wales, not just in Sydney, about rising rates of youth crime.
Why would you leave home with a knife? It's just we need to address it.
Not only why would you leave home with a knife, the question is, why are they doing what they're doing in the first place? Right? Was it for money? Was it for ego? All that kind of stuff. A lot of violence and stupid shit for teenagers. For ego. Got main cam, I cool kind of thing like that, which is sad. Definitely they get to violence. Some people pick violence against someone else instead of violence against stuff. Breaking things, burning things. Or breaking things is not as bad as burning. Burning can be bad because you got to think of when you bring in another creature, which is fire. Fire is a live creature. It thinks for itself once it's started. If it gets what it needs, it'll keep on functioning. And so you got to take the risk. But when you introduce extra things that if it goes out of control, well, that's your fault. You should have thought about it. You should have come up with a different plan than fire. Right? And so I want to talk about how does these situations get worse for everybody. Right? This guy gets stabbed and everything like that. What makes situations worse? Well, we hear propaganda can, right? How does propaganda work for outcomes that make things worse? Well, sometimes they quickly do things in stories and they have a perception. So when you do something quick, beam or concrete, they get damaged or by the shaking, concrete crashing and breaking, still too much wobbling the steel, it breaks from events, right? It gives out, and on the pressure of the steel, it just suddenly gives out. And so they're not good at all to have around, is it? And so it's good to have a building that maybe not as strong and all that kind of stuff, but yet it's still functional, it's still what it needs to be, and it'll always be around no matter what happens. Cells, they want to sit around and talk and have all these things handed to them, and when you do that, it costs money, right? And so what they're doing is a good thing. I'll always go thumbs up on it. I'm not saying that everyone should do it, but in a small scale, you could. Right? Everyone does it in a small scale. You don't need such a big scale one like that to have to maintain it. Everyone can maintain their own one. And when you set up a small-scale system where you prepare yourself, you can still use it as a room. Like that building could be used if people want to go there and use it as a hotel and so on. And the store food, before it goes to off, you eat it. So nothing gets wasted and everything gets refreshed. It's a system that if you keep to a routine, it's quite simple to have it, and then you're prepared for it. It's like being prepared.
They tend to continue stalking even when their victim is not reciprocating. They tend to use methods that can be creepy, frightening, and counterproductive. Next, there is the intimacy seeker. Now, this is when someone identifies, usually a stranger, though not all the time.
Anyway, if you want to know more,
identify someone
go check it out.
They try to establish